Right, hello back everyone, and we are playing yet another 50 odd minutes of what and what. Let's recap what's going on. So we're still doing the passengers. It's actually probably closer to 40% at this point, but I haven't updated the file. So 4 million towers, 700 towns, 1500 industries. We're trying to connect pretty much everything. Well, let's get on with it. So reminder, yeah, I've done 4 of these, so I think it's safe to say, hey, that one's not connected and that one's not connected. Shit. Oh, hold your horses. It's connected. Not connected? This one's not connected. This isn't. Hmm. Well, can't have that. Right. So if I attempt to have another look at this, yeah, it's connected. It's just a stupid color. Although it's saturated, so okay. So I was basically being active here about up until here, so I got this far. And it doesn't really matter how we order things. So I was doing this screen button, I think. What I'm going to do is backtrack and deal with this block. Can we get out? That was a hilarious scene. Get out. It's a Terminator 2 reference in case not obvious, but imagine a liquid machine just floats through your helicopter screen. No need to be told to get the hell out. Or, in all fairness, you can't even define what it is. Like a liquid thing that talks. Because, of course, how would you know it's a machine? Could be like anything whatsoever. I'm going to spam you guys with my message. If you can draw sprites like the ones in the 2cc train set, come forth. I have a task for you. And in case you haven't been paying that level of attention to the previous few episodes, I'm revamping the 2cc train set, and the coding part I can do easily. It just takes time. Problem. The drawing part I can't do. Like I'm very bad at it, and it's hilarious because everyone just says, "Well, whoever drew the original one, they couldn't do either." But this is like Kung Fu Panda. There's now a level 0, which is me. I mean, I'll give you that some of the actual trains in 2CC are done to the extent obscure that I can't recognize them. If you have a look at, you can't actually because we are not in Europe. If you look at what they call the UK DLR P86, which is the London Docklands Light Railway P86 stock, it's entirely different classification. So it should be a dual-headed single metro, not an actual metro. But if you've seen one ever, even in photo, you will know that it looks nothing like what it's been drawn as. Did I? I did, because there's traffic here. And then there are the totally not their fault, but just annoying, weird, and wonderful realities. So, like, the way metros are done in this set is that I mean, I'm not gaining much. That's 2 anyway. It's 2 anyway, so let's do this. Metros, you basically get what's supposed to be a dual head item, and then you put powered or unpowered vehicles in between. And then you have reality, like the Budapest EV4, which EV3, that is. There was no EV4. It's the Hungarian equivalent of the Soviet Age 3, but it never had a trailer car. Like in reality, they just, like the city limited company, they just bought hundreds of them, all with driver's cabs, and then daisy chained them. So from a game perspective, it's wrong. And while it could be defined as a single unit metro, but it would be such a pain in the ass, and probably no one, apart from my friend who comes back after 3 months telling me that the serial numbers in the Artemis mission look like Nikon D5s, and then probably disappears for another 3 months. No one else would notice this shit. Actually, he wouldn't notice because he's not into tube that much. I'm trying to do here, I'm just going to be an optimist and hope that the town expands. I need to think about this, so I don't mind putting a whole bunch of stations here. Let's do that. One, two, three, four. Back the same way. I think that's the other funny thing about this whole software development thing, that why are people playing stuff like 2CC but not just that? Oh, I have new bridges. Okay, 1995 is. Yeah, I'll need to backtrack and have a look at my maglevs like shortly. Not sure I want to bother though, because there are going to be better ones in 2000, 2001. I might want to get rid of the really shitty bridges though. I think I'm not going to offend anyone if I say that people playing these things, this one, are a bit more geeks than whatever average counts as. 6, 7. So probably there are more people, or there's a higher percentage of the players who notice such things. Oh well. I'm kind of available in terms of being found. Did I actually? No, I did not. I definitely did not. Hold on. I have no idea how that happened. Seem to have deleted the stop without actually doing anything. Okay, so let's have a look at those bridges, at least some of them. One thing I want to test if I can make it, can I make this bigger or faster? Because if I can't, I can. Then there's something to talk about. Otherwise, nay. Probably start here. I'm sure I miss a few, I always do. Definitely need to. Still kind of be some level of entertainment to impose a time penalty on construction. Just imagine you can't run the line at all because it takes a year to upgrade a bridge. Oh, and there are only so many working crews, and they go on strike. And they're busy with other projects. And whatever estimates you had are totally effed up. The union boss gets laid with whichever representative. Blah, 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 blah. Try to code all that. Come on. Oh no, this is too short. Okay. I can't see shit. I know I could check this, but I wonder if the game re-timetables everything when it figures out that the bridges have been replaced. But what happens is that vehicles end up being early against timetable and they just stop for a longer time. Okay. I think I did this. Yep. This is the last one, so I think in whichever episode of the other map I spent the hours replacing bridges at some point. I don't quite remember why though, because oh yeah, I do remember because initially I didn't have this whole split up the map into 10. So I was very randomly building passenger services. And then when maglev came in, I had these semi-randomly scattered train lines. No, it wasn't maglev. I mean, it was, but A, it had to be updated to maglev, which was more of an admin. But then at some point I figured I have a lot of shitty bridges. But not systematically like this. It was all over. Bad idea. Okay, done. And I haven't built this, so there's nothing to do. Great. Like whatever Kellogg's Tiger. Okay, 6, 7. Okay. Progress. What did I do here? Say. What are you? Fourth generation flat car? No. And we going to make some sense of this whole stuff. So I forgot to update this. Yeah. Okay, so this was 120 at 410 kilonewton. This is so terrible. And actually half of these are narrow gauge. If I split them out properly, which in the new one they will be, no, not cargo capacity. T was 70. Oh shit. Interesting. It says that. Speed. Okay, new feature. These are all shit. Well, I can't build this because this was no longer available. I have to do this one because I don't know if these are supposed to be never expiring ones. I don't even know what soft C is. Okay, well. It's like half the power. Bit of a downgrade. I don't know. This is what would be nice to actually have. Yeah, 200 kilonewton should be enough. Well, that's just one, but like, shit. But this is why I'm redoing this whole set. This is useless. Okay, nah, I'm going to go with this. That's fine-ish. I'm reasonably sure that we don't get any. It's also not being used. It's not even being used. What? Really? All of them? All of them? Clone. That. And this is coffee 5. Start coffee 5 and replace it with something else. I'm just going to use the EFI. Well, actually, it's 300 tons. That was 1,000. Okay, so in that case, no, because if this runs on 300 kilonewtons and 1,600, then I don't need this. I want this. Soft C. Coffee. 3-length, 5-length coffee. That's totally not. Okay, coffee. Container. Hold on. That's some new functionality. I don't remember seeing that. It should not be used. Coffee 10. Not being used. Mind you, I can't actually clone one. It's fine. So diamond 10. There's no diamond 5. There's diamond 10. And we don't really have much else. We have the engineering supply thing. I should rename this. Schuppel 1. And this is so that's coffee 5. Coffee 5. And I think we said that this is no longer available. There's going to be new stuff in about 5 years, but we'll deal with it at some undefined point. The name was my name Bouteron. The name Bouteron. Also, we should be listening to not Scottish. Anyway, so the game doesn't The game doesn't remember music choices between saves. You'll pretty much just have to deal with it. So engineering gets, yeah, and then farm gets that. Diamond doesn't exist, coffee doesn't exist. That doesn't need replacing. Fine. I think the diamonds need replacing, like Pronto. Okay. I'm curious. So this is obviously not empty. If it goes into depot, does it keep goods? Now it's broken down. It does keep at least some of it. Someone's about to shit itself, isn't it? Pretty much. Goes up a hill. But I think it's safe to say that, yeah, some versus upgrades needed on the South American vehicle list because this is wholly useless. And again, if you want to make it happen, I don't need your money, I need your doing skills. Because coding them is actually not a difficult job. My plan is I'm going to have a slightly busy-ish week. But apart from that, I'm hoping I can finish the revalidation this week, whatever that means to you, but yeah. The week of Easter Monday, if you please. And then there's a whole bunch of if branches in Excel that I'm already using, and you kind of know within reason what's missing. And then I'll ask Gemini to give me suggestions on what to add in. Oopsie. I don't know how to like demo it. Not so much that I need to prove to anyone, but I'm conscious that a lot of these engines are narrow gauge. So I guess what I'll do is I'll not load. I'll think about this. I was about to say I could just not load the narrow gauge set, in which case they all default back to standard. But that defeats the purpose. However, I really don't think I have capacity to. This actually should not be connecting there, but fine. Yes, that's the point. I don't really have the capacity to play either this map or the even bigger one, where I really have to fiddle with stuff like gauge types and track types. Because of course, if you play proper, then you have high-speed tracks and hell I know what, and nah. But equivalently, the lack of engines on the South American is so bad that I might just actually load the new set, load it on the existing track set, and then everything just ends up being standard gauge. And I'll just play it here. And of course, the logic with asking Gemini to give me suggestions is more to the point that I can reuse graphics initially. I mean, hell, I can use boxes if I need to. It looks dreadfully stupid. Mm, yeah, I do that, but these are all way too far. Well, the other thing is that even though we have regions in 2CC like South America, now that I've been studying it for a while, it's really different because some of the railways are narrow gauge only. Like some countries only have NG. Okay, I need a 7 there. Then others don't, or just standard. So arguably they could be split, which they won't be. Can then do this. But I knew one now that I don't need it. No, because no. Because Gen 5 or 120k per hour. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's this little piggy sorted. You are stuck. That engineering supply thing should really be on the sub. Why are you coming back here? Honestly, I should actually just build a separate track for things. This is hilarious. I'm here. I'm just watching these not happen. Because really the problem is that everyone's heading out this way. Interesting. No. Like coffee should come in here, I think, which I don't know, feels like I've upset some ore there. Why is high security heading that? Because it's diamonds, fine. So where does the coffee go? That goes down to goods. Come on. The coffee goes off that way. You also go off that way. Okay, can we just not do everything at the same time? Shut up. That's okay, because some of the diamond stuff comes back this way. I mean, the engineering supplies. So I'm not too phased about that, but what I do really want is this. Because we have no diamonds coming from here. And then I could put a waypoint like here. Non-diamond. Do I want that? Probably do. I mean, this one's already coming this way, which is good. Like, totally all over the place with this. How's this anyway? That's an inn. I don't even understand this. So, non-diamond full load. No, that comes here. Non-diamond, goods A. Non-diamond, goods A. Fine. Non-diamond, goods A. You should not be here. Isaac. You should be going there. Do you have anything? Don't fucking get this. Like, will it? Yeah, you should absolutely not be here. Coffee's okay. I only have a minute. I don't want to start anything new now. This is stupid. Okay, let's. I don't like this. One, two, three, go whatever. Fine. One, two, three, go whatever. I just checked that. This. Okay, I don't care. Then you guys do your thing. And you. Okay, fine. So, I can live with that. Why are you. Oh, this one. Okay, so theoretically the time is up, but knowing how forgetful I am, I want to look at this replace vehicle thing. So I think at the moment all of them are the same because these were the biggest. If I have a look at this, manage list replace, yeah, pretty much. So what will happen is that A, everyone gets serviced, but B, these guys get replaced by that. And this. And that. Okay. And that's going to be relatively automatic. So I can now save the game and probably go to sleep. So thanks for watching as always, and I shall hopefully see you the next time. Until then, oh no, behave. Bye bye.